some fireworks to start this one.
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out right at the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Play action now. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
37-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now Cook hit when he lost the football. Falcons grab it. The two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you...
And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Abdullah to return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. A nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted him to be. It's a more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Vikings 7, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
2nd and 2.
Gurley.
At the 44-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. With 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
They go play action with Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the 2nd round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph. But now with Smith, you diversify the offense. You've got 2 big targets who can go down the middle of the field and make big catches. Expect that trend to continue in 2020.
On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown! Second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings find stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14. Falcons.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
16 yards.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
We'll drop this underneath to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Third down here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Gurley fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On defense.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. How does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins over the middle to Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. With 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Gets it off to Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Cousins now. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Hands to Dalvin Cook.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the...
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ryan. They'll throw underneath for goal. And they takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Behind the chain, second and 12. Here's Ryan to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. From the shotgun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Ryan on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Well, on fourth and goal, here's the action. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second and goal, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
I'm I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety. But in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Ryan to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
4th down and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the ball gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Cousins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
But Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big gain of 31 on third down.
6-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you're pushing to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Play action. It's Ryan. There's that man again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, Ryan will drop this underneath to Gurley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. In overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing count.
I just want you to pray for my meal.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Vikings, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.